Hello guys, welcome to another session. So today we're gonna learn about what is Docker, and we just install a Docker on CentOS machine and run a few commands there. Let's see how it's work right now here. So first of all, what is Docker? Docker is a open source platform. It means developers to system administrator can build and ship, run the containerized applications. And let's start a Docker on CentOS machine, and we're gonna install here step by step. Let's see how it work here. So first, for me, I have been logged in the CentOS machine here, and to install a Docker we can use a command, yum command. All right. All right, we have to log in as a root user here. All right, you can see there our machine Docker will be. I think it's already I have been installed here. That's why it's showing nothing can do. All right. So next, what we need to do here, we have to start a Docker and also enable a service here. Right. So let's we're gonna use a settle system settle command to start and also enable a service. Right. System settle start Docker, also enable services. All right. All right, and we start a Docker here and also we enable a service here. Let's see, we gonna create a one image here, right? So to run a containerizer application we need a Docker image, right? That is mandatory. So we doesn't have any kind of image here right now. So let's try to build a Docker image from using a Docker Hub account. So let's go to Docker Hub, and we gonna build him image here, like example nginx image here. All right, so just type here nginx, and you can see there all it's already I have been open here, docker pull nginx. So using this command we gonna build a image here, right? And we're gonna do some tag here. So and you can see there our image will be built, we have been already built here. So just like we're gonna just verify here, and image will be built or not using we're gonna use a command docker images. All right, so you can see there our image will be built here, and you can see that its size will be 141 MB, right? All right, now we have our build image here, right? So let's see, we're gonna convert image to container. So convert to this image out of container, we're gonna use the command like docker docker run -atd and hyphen name, and container name we're gonna give like any name we can choose there, like a DevOps and we need to give a tag here. Like a tag means what we give tag into our image in Docker image, we have to mention same tag here. What we give there, we nginx, right? Nginx colon latest, right? And you can see there our container will be successfully created. So how we can verify there our container will be created or not? So if we want to verify container, to see a container, we're gonna use a command docker ps. All right, so you can see there container id will be mentioned here and image will be nginx latest, we already mentioned there. And you can see the command and created by 22 seconds ago. And you can see by its already port will be mentioned 80 because we are using a nginx command, someone defined by this port by 80 tcp, and name is, we give the name DevOps, right? And it's showing also DevOps. All right, so we already successfully build our image to container here. So all right, basically you can observe there our container will be having a port already defined by port 80 TCP, right? Because we are using nginx command, someone defined by port 80. But if we try to access this port, this container outside of internet, it's not able to access. I mean, because of why? Because we haven't defined by, I mean, we haven't creating port mapping to our machine here. I mean, our using our CentOS machine here. So basically, will we give you a small example here, and you can see there, just like for example, this is our CentOS machine, and inside of this machine we have been installed a Docker and containers, all right? And this machine will be isolated, it means securable, it's not able to access of outside of internet, right? And if you try to access, and instead of this machine you have a your containers, right? So if you try to access this container will be outside of internet directly, is not able to access because of why? I already told you your machine will be isolated and it's not able to access directly, communicate directly. So how we can communicate? We had to define, I mean we had to give a port mapping to our instance, all right? So for example, we will be just like a thing here, we will define by port mapping 1990, all right? So alright, so once you mapping with port 1980 into your EC2 instance, what will we do outside of internet? First it will be communicate with your port, then it will be truly go to your container. It's not able to directly connect, right? So it will be communicate with your port, then it will be through to your container. It means it you can easily have a communication with any others outside of internets into your container. So let's see how we can having a port there, our EC2 instance, and we're gonna do hands-on there right now. So you can see there we already have a one container here, so it's already have been mapping port with 80, right? It's default, I mean someone defined by port 80. So what if we want to create our own port mapping? So we had to build a new other container there to build, right? So build a container, another container with port mapping. We're gonna use the same command, we just like it define our port with 1990 here. So let's start hands-on right now. And we're gonna give name there, our container name like a demo 1, okay? and after that we have to give a port here. Port will be, we have given example 1990, right? So we will be mention there 1990. Also the tag name colon latest. Sorry, there is something wrong. Alright, so our container will be, another container will be a generator right now here. I mean create, already successful create here, right? So let's we're gonna check right now it will be create or not using a docker ps command. Alright, so what we can observe there, before we was create a container, it will be only port showing 80 TCP. So now you can see that it will be communicate with port 1990, right? And also you can see that between, first we give the name nginx one, the another one it's showing demo 1, recently we created 21 seconds ago. So since we start this session and we are creating a docker file, also containers taking from docker hub, right? So what if we can create our own custom image, our own custom container? So let's try right now here. So before we create a container, we just make a one directory there. And we just switch to this directory, and inside this directory we're gonna create a docker file, right? So create a docker file, we are going to use the command vi docker file. Do you use a capital there? So right now we are in docker file. So let's create a few commands and also files there. First we are going to insert more, and we are going to write there from because from is a mandatory there. And also we can run there, some make a folder, I mean directories. In home directory we are gonna make like a codes, and since we are creating this docker file, we are creating ubuntu based docker file, right? Then we should be mentioned there correct. So we gonna run a few packages there like apt-get. We're gonna update first, and also install like a get packages and also curl. we just create their simple docker file and let's save it and just like create an image right now here. Alright, so we write a docker file, we just save it, and we are gonna build a docker image right now here. So build a docker image, we're gonna use a command docker p -t and image name. Also we are going to give a tag there. Tag is nothing but it's your version here, that's it. And it's working in present directory, right? And we're gonna give a dot there, and once you give this command just press the enter and you can see there docker image will be successfully built. Alright, you can see there our image will be successful build here. So let's check it right now. Docker images, and its image id and 3 minutes ago, and it's also showing size. Okay, so what if we can convert image to container? So to convert the image to container we are going to use command docker run -itd -name, and container name we are going to give a demo2, and also image name, which image you are going to convert a container. And also you have to mention tag there. Alright, so you can see there container will be created, and just like to verify a container we're gonna give a commander docker ps. So you can observe there, and we are create a image there just like a few seconds ago, and image name is my image file, and we convert to container, right? Just like a 16 seconds ago. It's also showing time, and also name we give it demo2, right? And it's also mention our container id also, right?